usually not cold.
Right, I don't know quite what to do with that. I guess just leave it alone because we warm up okay after we get on,
that's
so.
so good. I wish you could do more, but. And I'll never be able to make progress down at 5. I just never will.
Oh, it matters not. It was just Marcia and I.
Well, I know she said that. She wasn't with you doing yoga, so it was better, she said.
Yeah, so if you come late and it's just Marcia and I, it matters not in any way.
Well, I had told my mom, I think she was gone that day or something. And she goes, well, I want to come to her class in Tampico. She goes, is it 1 o'clock today? I go, oh no, that's our class. No, Mother.
Right. Well, I know Terry said he had to go to somewhere in Harmon today, so they're not, I guess.
Oh, it's a church conference.
Is that what it is? So I know we're not doing the 2 o'clock today, I guess.
Oh, have you been doing, I thought, is Dwayne able? He didn't come to church.
He was at Lions on Monday, but he said he had one more field to do, so I don't think he'll be here.
He plants so late. His mother used to tell him everything to do, I think, was a... She was bossy. She drove some people out of our church. I really hated that.
Yeah, I had never met her. I met Dwayne after she had passed.
Oh, she was I mean, she did do good for the church, so it's kind of like... But you can't drive people out because...
Right. Was she one of those micromanager people? Is that what it was?
Or bitchy. Just the old... I'm like, you don't say that to people,
Okay.
Well, one time, this was maybe 10 years ago, so I was talking to Shelley Thornton there, standing there, talking to her, but her sister had brought her granddaughters who were a little bit wild, and it was like some ham supper or something we're having. Ruth comes up, she goes, oh, those kids. And she goes, well, I said, yeah, well, and she goes, whose kids are those? You shouldn't bring kids like that here or something. And she said, Shelley. And so Shelley's never come back to church. I'm like, who says that?
Right.
No one else was complaining, just keep it in, just like, wow, they're wild, and keep it in.
Right.
They haven't broke anything or hurt anything or into stuff or...
Right. Or talk about it after they've left.
Yeah. You see those cats?
Yeah.
No, but she has to say, confront people and so.
Huh.
Marcia's coming, she's coming.
Oh, we're early. Yeah, which is like impossible for me, so I don't know.
Well,
Is that even the right
I
time?
felt like I'm late the other text I got. Because I think, it only takes a couple minutes to get over here. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but all right, there's guys already in the car. At least I can get on my knees. I don't like the days I can't even put pressure on my knees. That's not.
It kind of changes by the day though. Like for me, like some days I'm stiffer, some days I'm not as stiff, it just seems to change.
Well, I just need to wear my tennis shoes. I wore church, two times ago I wore different shoes to church. And they felt okay at the time, but then my knees hurt. And then I came to yoga and I couldn't get on my knees. It just felt like they were gonna blow.
Yeah, I gave up any sort of nice shoes.
I can't do Garland anymore.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
I'm just like that. It's very frustrating. But I can't squat. I think. So are you going to move down here?
No.
No, you just got a job to be away from home a little?
Yeah.
Not so good?
It makes things a little more peaceful.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Well, it works this way. I mean, he works on the weekends, so Friday night and Saturday night he has bands, so I come back, he's gone. So there's only one day.
Hi!
He said I was going to start doing some cheesecakes. I thought, I'll just get the crust done. Well, I'll just do this part. I'm going to be late for yoga.
That's why I didn't do anything. I was going to kind of vacuum and stuff. I thought, no, then I'll get involved and I'll see on my job. I'll see something else.
Yeah.
It'll be right after 1. Yeah, and then I'll be, I got to do this over here first. And then I got to do this over here.
That's kind of how I was.
You don't have ADD.
No, but I knew if I started something,
You get excited about it.
that I would not.
Are you putting your cheesecakes in the freezer then?
Yes. So I'm getting them all done. So.
Those pecan bars, can they go in the freezer, do you think?
Yes.
They'll be okay?
And you can double the recipe to it next time.
Is that what you did in those
I
pans?
didn't because
Okay. Well, they were so thick.
they're so thick and they're so rich. So I just usually, I've never made the I'm 13.
Are those what you gave me when you gave me like the card of the church meal? Was it
Yeah.
pecan bars?
Yeah,
Yeah, those were good.
And they were so thick.
Amanda, made it!
Good, I even found it.
Excellent, excellent.
Do you have a favorite spot?
No, I don't care.
So Amanda, you've met Marcia.
Yes.
This is Carol. Carol, Amanda.
Hi. Education.
I even found my yoga mat. It's got a lot of dust on it.
But you're here. That's awesome.
I'm really lazy, and I was like, oh, yoga's hard. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to talk yourself out of it.
I know.
I almost did today, didn't I?
I know.
I said, let's not go today. I told
I
him,
said, no,
yeah, you gotta go. And I went,
Right.
I feel better if you go.
I know, I will.
How was your week, Jen?
It was okay. So I have an apartment in townhouse in Bloomington, and I haven't had heat since like the end of Halloween. So I have space heaters all over the
What's
place.
the problem?
Well, I need a new furnace. They just haven't got around to
Got it.
doing it. So I have space heaters all over the place, but I've learned I can't plug in like 2 of those 1700 watt things.
Triple
Big-
breaker?
Yes, it knocks the whole apartment off. There's no electricity then, so
Yeah, those things are kind of sometimes dangerous, huh?
yeah. So I can only plug in one at a
Too bad it
time.
gets cold at night.
And then I have these like little tiny desk heater things,
Yeah.
but it'll tolerate that, so I can do the 1700 watt and one of those little desk heaters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's why they have a big blanket in the back of my car, because I'm like, I need a thicker blanket. I'm getting cold at night.
Yeah, you're kidding.
Blankets at night.
Get your socks and your sweatshirt here.
And warmers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're gonna fix it. Maintenance order.
Since, so it's been a month?
It's been out since Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
So I looked the other day, my maintenance order's still in there from Halloween.
Is it just your apartment or is it the whole building?
No, it's just my apartment because I have central, for a central air, central furnace or whatever.
Got it.
Yeah, but I know, might be spring and I still don't have heat.
I think you should, yeah, you should say so.
So I was complaining that to one of the other tenants who lived in the building across the way, and they're like, yeah, our washer's been out since like Halloween. It's like, well, maybe that's just what they do, I guess.
Yeah, but heat's a little,
Yeah.
Washer, heat, you know, who needs those, right?
Oh my gosh.
Landlords aren't the best these days.
They're
either.
not.
My brother's landlord, he had some electrical problems, and he kept telling his landlord, and then actually his house just burned down,
Really?
yeah, this weekend, yep. And so now the landlord's afraid that he's gonna get sued because
Well,
he has all these, messages where he's asked him, the furnace was down too, just like that's where you rent it.
I don't think you should be required to pay rent if they're not providing the basics, you know?
Yeah, and then I had to quit using outlets in the kitchen because I plugged a vacuum in the kitchen and I made the outlet smoke. So now I don't use any outlets in the kitchen. So, yeah.
you have the whole electrical thing going on.
I have something going on there, yeah.
Yeah, that's where he reminds me of my brother's life, be careful of that.
Yeah, so Gino called, during the week and he's like, well, how are things going? I'm like, well, I haven't blown up yet. I think it's good.
Oh.
Gosh, Jen.
And I'm here, I haven't blown up yet.
Oh my gosh.
You've set that bar pretty low.
I have, I'm excited the House of Prophetstown has heat.
Yeah.
It has indoor plumbing.
You can use the outlets.
I can use the outlets,
He had no excuse though. And look, he's an electrician, right?
Right.
And no excuse there, but.
Right. So, I'm just happy I have indoor plumbing these days.
No kidding. Good
Yeah.
grief.
So I'll let you know how it goes.
Little house on the prairie.
In Bloomington.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you made it, Amanda.
Oh, thanks.
You must have electric too, right? You look happy.
Yeah. We haven't turned our furnace on, but we have our our wood stove, so.
And I pretty much-
I was thinking, I wish I could get you a little mini one here.
Yeah.
So if I install a wood stove and don't tell them, they'd never know.
It's been since October.
Yeah. Good grief.
Breath in and out. off to the right side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. Bringing both hands back to heart center. Another breath in and out. Taking our arms up, overhead, and leaning to the left side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Again, our breath in and out. We'll take the left hand to the right knee. Right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And coming back to center. Another breath in and out. Right hand, left knee. Left hand travels around behind, overlooking the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso. Again, seeing if you might be able to look behind you on the other side. And coming back to center. Again, our breath. We'll take our legs wide, stretching out. Right hand, right ankle, taking the left arm over top. Bringing that left hand down to our right toes, right hand to our right toes, and exhaling down, nose to that right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle, stretching the right arm over top. Bringing that right hand to our left toes, left hand to our left toes, and again exhaling down, nose to that left knee. Inhaling up, stretching wide, left fingers, right toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, exhaling down. And again, inhaling up, stretching wide. Last time, left fingers, right toes, exhaling down. And inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching our arms out, bringing those elbows in, right forearm over the left, connecting our fingers, and turning our torso off to the right. Coming back to center, and turning our torso off to the left. Coming back to center, and we'll think about dropping those elbows down to the mat. Maybe resting those forearms on the mat, perhaps touching our forehead to our fingertips. Inhaling up, stretching wide, bringing our elbows in, this time left forearm over the right, connecting our fingers, turning our torso off to the right, coming back to center, turning our torso to the left, coming back to center, and again as you exhale, dropping those elbows down to the mat, maybe resting your forearms on the mat, perhaps touching your forehead to your fingertips. And inhaling up, bringing both legs together for that forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh and reaching forward for the left toes. Taking both legs long, again, forward fold. left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and reaching forward for the right toes. And taking both legs long, forward fold. Here we'll take it into our boat position, bringing our hands behind our hips, taking both legs up towards the ceiling, hands out by our knees. We'll take our arms up overhead, bring them down by our hips, up overhead, down by our hips, and once more up overhead, and down by our hips, coming forward into our seated position, and back into our forward fold. Getting ready, here's our bow again, hands behind our hips, taking our legs up, hands out by our knees, taking our arms overhead, down by our hips, up overhead, down by our hips, once more up overhead, and down by our hips, coming forward, back into our forward fold. Last time, again our boat, hands behind our hips. Taking our legs up, hands out by our knees, arms overhead, exhaling down, arms overhead, exhaling down, arms overhead, and exhaling down, coming back into that seated position. And again, reaching for our toes. And then coming forward into our table position, hands and knees. Starting in our cow position with our head up, relaxing our back, cat, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, exhaling around, back to cow, and cat again, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, and exhaling back around into our cow. One more cat, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, and exhaling around, back into our cow. We'll take this left leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso, and taking both arms up, overhead. Right hand to the floor, stretching the left over top. Bringing both arms up, overhead. Left hand to the left ankle, stretching the right over top. Bringing that right hand to our left ankle, and looking off to that left side. Returning both arms up, overhead. We'll bring those hands down to the mat. We're going to take the left arm underneath the right, left shoulder's headed down to the mat, taking the right arm all the way forward. If you choose, rotating that right shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms, taking this right arm underneath the left, right shoulder's headed down to the mat, taking that left arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating that left shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers up towards the ceiling, Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. I'll exhale down onto my forearms. Exhaling down again, putting my forehead on the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of me. Slowly rolling up, taking those arms up, overhead. Bringing our forehead down to the mat, stretching those arms out long in front of us. Slowly rolling up, taking those arms up, overhead. And once more, bringing that forehead down to the mat, stretching those arms out long in front of us. And we're unwinding, coming back into our table for a breath in and out. We'll take that right leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso, taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing that left hand down to the floor, stretching the right over top. Bringing both arms up, overhead. Right hand to the right ankle, taking the left over top. Bringing that left hand down to the right ankle, looking off to that right side. And returning both arms up, overhead. Bringing our hands down to the mat. We'll take this left arm underneath the right. Left shoulder's headed down to the mat. Taking that right arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating the right arm, taking it up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. Taking the right arm underneath the left, right shoulder's headed down to the mat. Taking that left arm all the way forward. And if you choose, rotating that left shoulder, taking the arm and fingers up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. Exhaling down onto my forearms, and exhaling down again, bringing my forehead down to the mat, and stretching those arms out long in front of me. Slowly rolling up, taking those arms up, overhead. Bringing my forehead back down to the mat, stretching those arms out long in front of me. Slowly rolling up, taking those arms up, overhead. And once more, bringing that forehead down to the mat, stretching those arms out long in front of us. And we're coming back into our table position for a breath in and out. We'll take this into our pigeon. So we're going to bring that right ankle in front of the left knee, pushing my left leg back, drawing up from the torso, and taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands to heart center, turning my torso to the right, coming back to center, turning my torso to the left, coming back to center, and we'll drop both hands down beside that right knee, reaching back with the left hand for those left toes. And we'll see if that right arm comes up. Bringing both hands down to the mat, releasing those left toes, dropping down onto our forearms. Exhaling down again, bringing our forehead down to the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of us. Returning back into our table, hands and knees, For our breath in and out. We'll do pigeon other side. Left ankle in front of the right knee. Bringing that right leg back. Drawing up from the torso. And taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands to heart center. Turning my torso to the right. Coming back to center. Turning my torso to the left. Coming back to center. I'm bringing both hands down beside that left knee. Reaching back with the right hand for those right toes. And I'm going to see if that left arm comes up. Bringing both hands down to the mat. Exhaling down onto my forearms. And exhaling down again, bringing my forehead onto the mat. Stretching those arms out long in front of me. And returning back into my table. For a big breath in and out. I'll take that right arm all the way out in front and that left leg out behind me. Bending that left knee. Drawing that right elbow back. Connecting. Stretching out. Bending that left knee. Bringing that right elbow back again. Connecting. And stretching out. This time as you bend the left knee, we'll bring that right hand around and see if we can hang on to those left toes. Coming back into our table. Again, our breath in and out. Here that left arm is coming out in front and that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting. Stretching out. Bending our right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting. Stretching out. And this time as you bend the right knee, we'll bring that left hand around so we can hang on to the right toes. And coming back into our table. For our breath in and out. When you're ready, tucking your toes, bringing your backside up. Down dog. And we'll start by walking the dog. Right knee forward and back. Left knee forward and back. Just like we're walking. Coming back into our down dog. We'll take that right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back, down dog. Left hand over to the right ankle. Coming back, down dog. And we'll bring that right foot forward, inhaling up into our warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat, taking that right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat, taking that left foot back, down dog. From here, we'll drop down into our table, hands and knees. We're going to bring our backside over our heels, stretch our arms overhead, pick up our thighs, backside over our heels, picking up our thighs, backside over our heels, and picking up our thighs. We're going to come back into our down dog. Here's our half moon. Weight is on the right palm, right foot, turning outward to the left, picking up the left leg, taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. We'll bend that left knee, straighten the leg, bend that left knee, straighten the leg. Once more, bend that left knee, and straighten the leg. Coming back into our down dog. Half moon other side. Weight is on the left palm, left foot. We're turning outward to the right, picking up the right leg, taking that right arm up towards the ceiling, bending the right knee, straightening the leg, bending our right knee, straightening the leg, and once more, bending that right knee, and straightening the leg. Coming back into our down dog. Back into our warrior one. That right foot comes forward, inhaling up, taking those arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, taking that right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat, left foot back, down dog. Dropping down into our table, hands and knees. Bringing our backside over our heels, taking our arms overhead, straightening our thighs, backside over our heels, straightening our thighs, backside over our heels. Once more, straightening our thighs, coming back into our down dog. Half moon, weight is on the right palm, right foot, turning outward to the left, picking up that left leg, taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. Bending the left knee, straightening the leg, bending the left knee, straightening the leg, and once more, bending the left knee, and straightening the leg, coming back into our down dog. Half moon, left side. Weight is on the left palm, left foot, turning outward to the right, picking up the right leg, taking that right arm up towards the ceiling, bending the right knee, straightening the leg, bending that right knee, straightening the leg, and again bending our right knee, straightening the leg, coming back into our down dog. Last time, the sequence, right foot comes forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat, scooting the right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat, left foot back, down dog. Returning to our table, hands and knees. Bringing our backside over our heels, Stretching those arms up. Straightening our legs. Backside over our heels. Straightening our legs. Backside over our heels. And once more, straightening our legs. And backside over our heels. We're going to come back into that down dog. Half moon, last time, weight is on the right palm, right foot, turning outward to the left, picking up the left leg, left arm to the ceiling, bending our left knee, straightening our leg, bending that left knee, straightening our leg, and once more, bending that left knee, and straightening our leg, coming back into our down dog. Half moon, other side, weight is on the left palm, left foot, turning outward to the right, picking up the right leg, taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. Bending our right knee, straightening the leg, bending that right knee, straightening the leg. Once more, bending that right knee, and straightening the leg, coming back into our down dog. Here's our three-legged dog. Weight is on the right foot. We're taking that left leg out behind us, bending that left knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. If you want it to be harder, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around the right ankle. Coming back into our down dog. Three-legged dog, other side. Weight is on the left foot. Taking that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee. Turning my hip outward, dropping my foot over my hip. And if you choose, walking your hands back to see if you can put them around that left ankle. And returning, down dog. Walking my feet forward, right behind my hands, slowly rolling upwards, reaching on up, and settling into our mountain position. Taking our breath in and out. We'll take this into our tree pose. Weight is on the right foot. Left foot goes against the right ankle or somewhere along your right leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Growing tree. Bringing those hands to heart center. And stepping back into our mountain. For that breath in and out. Here's our tree other side. Weight is on the left foot. Right foot goes against the left ankle or somewhere along that left leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. Bringing those hands to heart center. And stepping back into our mountain. Get our breath in and out. Getting ready, here's our sun salutation. Taking our arms up, overhead. Coming forward into that forward fold. Hands behind our calves. Relaxing our head. Relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes. Bringing those hands up to our knees. Down into the mat. Up to our knees. Down into the mat. Once more, up to our knees. And back down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind, into our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, we're going to take it into our lizard, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing back into our lunge. Here we go again, we're going to drop down into lizard on our forearms. Pushing back into our lunge. And one last time, into our lizard on our forearms. And pushing back into that lunge. Here's our side angle, right forearm, right thigh, taking that left arm overhead. Only thing we're doing is switching our arms, left forearm, right thigh, taking the right arm overhead, and into that reverse warrior. Right hand is above the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist. Left elbow, right knee. Turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by the right foot. Getting ready, taking that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward, holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward, holding. Putting the right foot down. And we'll walk our feet back into our plank position. Holding plank. Keep holding. And we'll come all the way down, resting on our forearms for space. Taking that breath in and out. We'll bring that left knee up beside us, palms down, pushing our torso back, tipsy frog. Exhaling, bringing our chest down to the mat. Inhaling, bringing our torso up. Exhaling, chest to the mat. And once more, inhaling, bringing our torso up. And exhaling, chest to the mat. Coming back into our Sphinx position. Taking that left leg behind us for a breath in and out. We'll bring that right knee up beside us. Tipsy frog, palms down. Pushing our torsos back. Exhaling, bringing our torso to the mat. When you're ready, inhaling, torso up. exhaling, torso to the mat. And once more, inhaling, torso up. And exhaling, torso to the mat. We'll take that right leg around behind us, and we're headed into our regular cobra. Palms down, pushing back. Holding your cobra. When you're ready, tucking your toes, down dog. Tugging my chin, bringing that left knee forward and hold it. Putting the left foot down, tugging my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down, and we'll bring that left foot forward, the right is behind, into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating, right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating left arm overhead. Bringing that left hand down. Here we're going to drop down into our lizard, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing back into our lunge. Getting ready, second lizard, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing back into our lunge. And we'll do one last lizard. Here we go, dropping down onto our forearms. And pushing back into our lunge. We'll take this into our side angle, left forearm on the left thigh, taking the right arm overhead. Only thing we're doing is switching our arms, right forearm, left thigh, taking that left arm overhead, into our reverse warrior, left hands as low to the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center, connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center, and our twist. Right elbow, left knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that left foot. Getting ready, bringing that right foot forward into our forward fold. Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, settling into our mountain position. For our breath in and out. Here's our triangle, right foot forward, left is behind. Stretching our arms out, right hand, right ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm out to the left side. Bringing both hands around the right ankle. Looking up gives us gazing pose. Making our way back up. Stretching our arms out. Left hand, right ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm out to the right side. Bringing both hands around the right ankle. Looking up for our gazing pose. And making our way back up. Settling into that mountain. For a breath in and out. Triangle our side, left foot forward, right is behind. Stretching our arms out. Left hand, left ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm out to the right side. Bringing both hands around that left ankle. Looking up gives us gazing pose. way back up. Stretching our arms out. Right hand, left ankle, and that left arm is up. Maybe taking the right arm out to the left side. Bringing both hands around that left ankle again, looking up for our gazing pose, and making our way back up. Stepping into our mountain. For that breath in and out. We'll come forward into our table and we'll head it over onto our backs. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. For that breath in and out. We'll cross the right leg over the left, and we're going to take both of those knees off to the left side. Stretching that top leg nice and long. With the right hand, we're reaching around for the toes or the ankle that's on the bottom. And maybe that left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, arms wide. Again, that big breath in and out. We'll cross the left leg over the right, and we're going to take both knees off to the right side. Stretching that top leg, nice and long. With the left hand, we're reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. Unwinding, coming back into our neutral. Feet down, knees up. Our breath in and out. We'll take our right leg all the way up towards the ceiling and roll that right ankle. First one way and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And then starting that circle with my right leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that right heel almost to the mat, not quite there. Letting it hover. We'll take the right leg all the way back up, and with both hands, we're going to reach for those right toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up, arms wide. That breath in and out. We'll take that left leg up towards the ceiling. And we're going to roll that left ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And then starting that circle with my left leg. Reversing the direction of that circle. Bringing that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that left heel almost to the mat. Not quite there. Letting it hover. And then we'll bring that left leg all the way back up with both hands. We're reaching for those left toes. And then releasing out. Feet down, knees up. Our breath breath in and out. We'll take this into our reclining eagle. So we're going to cross that right leg over the left, bending our arms at the elbows, right forearm over the left, connecting our palms, and we're going to bring those elbows to our knees and hold. Keep holding. And unwinding, feet down, knees up. Our breath in and out. We'll cross the left leg over the right now, bending our arms at the elbows, left forearm over the right, connecting our fingers. And once again, we're bringing our elbows to our knees and holding. Keep holding. And releasing out. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. Our big breath in and out. Here's our bridge pose. We're going to put our hands down by our hips, pushing down with our feet, down with our hands, bringing our backsides up off the mat and holding. As you're holding your bridge pose, come on up onto your toes. Resting your heels down, still holding your bridge pose. Up onto your toes. Resting your heels down, still holding bridge. We'll do one more, coming up onto our toes. Resting your heels down, holding your bridge pose. And we'll come all the way down and roll over and take a moment in child's pose. And in making ourselves comfortable for Shavasana, on our backs, sponge pose. Beginning with those deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in and pushing the air all the way out. Seeing if we can extend that inhalation for about 5 seconds. And then push the air out for about 5 seconds. Beginning to notice that place, that pause between your inhalation and your exhalation. Slowly bringing your awareness to your forehead, smoothing out your forehead. Relaxing your eyebrows, relaxing that place between your eyebrows, drawing that relaxation down through your cheeks and into your jaw. Opening your mouth just a little bit as you invite your jaw to relax. Bringing that relaxation down through your neck and exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Drawing that relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers, allowing your thoughts to come and go, not dwelling on any one thing. Bringing that relaxation down through your chest, into your tummy, relaxing your hips, softening your thighs, releasing your knees, lower legs, ankles, and your feet, continuing to drift and melt. And maybe on today's journey, you find yourself on a forest path. You're looking down a long, winding trail. It's late afternoon, and the light is soft. The air is pleasant and warm, and as a breeze finds you, you can smell the scent of pine and cedar. Inhaling that pine and cedar, exhaling any remaining tension in your body. As you walk along, you know the forest floor is soft and spongy. And you feel a sense of enchantment as you look around, noticing how vivid the colors are. The different shades of green between the needles on the pine tree, the blades of grass, and the leaves of the daisy around you. Soon you come to a stream, and you notice some stepping stones, and you make your way across. As you look back the way you came, you notice a herd of deer coming up to take a drink in the stream. Taking a moment in this beautiful place to see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions. All those good things we'd like to do. Gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind's eye, or we can raise our arms up over our head and send all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, noticing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us. Any sounds in the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste, Joe. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Namaste, Newman. So nice to see you.
You too.
Namaste, Moshe.
Namaste, Judy.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. A good class.
Do they just play basketball here every Sunday evening? Last week was a birthday party, but I
Well, there's girl out there waiting to come in and she'll look at her in the car.
oh, the Lord's another birthday party? I guess that's kind of good.
Nice thing that they really do around.
Yeah.
I would put 'em off my
Actually, for the
house.
amount I take,
Well,
that's my rent.
Oh my god. It's nice though.
It's nice, it's peaceful most of the time, usually there's not basketball people.
Yeah, it didn't bother me, but yeah, no, this is a lot more, what do you say, like, quaint or something. And
Way better than the park is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like you feel like you're at home or something, you know?
This is the fourth grade class, Mrs. Stonebreakers.
yes.
Oh, okay, you see,
Grade school.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to school.